original concept for interim was more like a chamber of commerce, which was basically to promote the businesses.
We need a body down in the international district to kind of be our representative. So we met a number of times. They said, okay, here's 16 or 18,000, whatever it was. I thought that was a lot of money, but looking back, they had millions of dollars, so we sold ourselves pretty cheap. But anyway, that's how we started the interim International District Improvement Association.
And so interim sort of started in 1969, but it really wasn't until they hired Bob as director in the mid-70s is that the focus of interim changed, because at the beginning it was mostly to promote businesses, but after Bob got involved, it became a real social activist kind of agency.
When the Kingdom was planned, then the activists that came out of the movements, the street movements, the black movement, Latino Chicano movement, the war, Vietnam War was prominent then. So the Asian activists came from these other minority organizations to join forces in the International District.
You know, I was here right after a lot of the work around the Milwaukee Hotel and the Kingdom. Lots of that had just ended, but the community was still working at how are we as a community going to thrive and survive? What are we going to do? Bob led the charge and said, you know, this is our neighborhood. You have to pay attention. People live here, people work here. It's a strong, viable neighborhood, and we need to make it stronger, and you need to pay attention to what's going on. And so interim was very involved in lots of those different policy things that were going on at the city, state, and county levels.
The most dynamic action that I remember working with interim around was saving the International District from encroachment of the Kingdom. I vividly remember hambaos, not hot dogs, which was the theme of our weekly demonstrations. It was extremely important that the county mitigate the community against the negative impacts that the building of this multi-purpose stadium would have on the International District. The county being more accountable to the International District would not have occurred had it not been for the massive display of unity centered around the demonstrations that occurred against the Kingdom.
Interim was really important that it actually put a face on issues that we were talking about. Well, I think the best thing that we did was improve the housing for the people down here and to encourage people to live down here so that now we're getting families coming back here again and improving the health care of the community through the health clinic that we started up. And the garden project was pretty amazing that when we started that, a lot of our elders were shut-ins. We call them shut-ins because they stayed in their rooms all the time or in the lobbies of the hotels. This gave them an opportunity to go outside and just be out working again and see the smiles on their faces as they were growing stuff like they did when they were a kid. I thought it was great.
I'm actually just one of many young persons that have had the opportunity to work at interim and to gain experience and a perspective on issues of Asian Pacific Islander community development. Interim has been a really, really wonderful space and opportunity to learn and expand my skills. And it's just been a really amazing experience for me to be able to work at a community organization like interim.
I just come from Hong Kong about almost 2 years ago. I think it's excellent for them to build up Yeah, this is a very nice building. It's easy our life since we are new here. Yeah, I like here. I'm lucky.
Beth, your sister.
What's that? Hi.
Your turn now.
aad bay igu wanaagsanayd waxyaalahan kala kulmay waxyaala aada u wanaagsan baan kala kulmay oo noloshayda sida la ii soo dhaweeyey sida shaqooyinka aan u helay.
I was pregnant with this baby at 9 months, and we didn't know where to go anywhere. So we were so desperate. We just went to apply for apartments everywhere, and then they said we have to wait for 3 years. Wow. How can I wait 3 years when I'm pregnant? I don't even have a place to live, like a homeless. So I tried to go to a shelter or something, and they told us to call every day because they don't have any place at that point. So it was really, we were really happy when we found out about the building. It was fast too. We didn't wait long, maybe 2 more months. They also talked to the manager of the apartment that we used to live in. Great. To let us stay for a little while until the building was finished. That's huge help, and he said he's not going to forget about that.
Interim has 38 years of a rich history of leadership and advocacy, community building, and it's a tradition that we're very, very proud of. We're very excited about the future of Interim, and we want to thank all of our funders, our partners, supporters, our friends, staff and board. We have the best of the best, and we're very excited about the future, and we want to thank everyone for their support.